guys, I'm Lynne with Softsquares. Today we're going to continue working on the Happy Hallows block. I'm going to be working on block 11 today, which is the apple block, and this is what it looks like. It's only 2 pages. I think it will come together pretty quick. So I'm really excited to see that we're near the end. There's only 1 block after this. This is put together by Poorhouse Quilt Designs and Kate Colleran Designs. They have joined forces to make this. The quilt and the quilt kits are both available at softsquares.com, and you don't get it monthly, even though it's a block of the month. You get it all at once. So I've already cut out my strips. I've got my strips cut out, and now we're going to subcut them the way it wants us to do it. Let's see. You have to tell me what you think about this camera angle. Where I had it mounted before isn't working today, and so we're doing it this way. But you have to tell me if you like it. Okay, so we have fabric B, fabric C, D, H, J, and then we have L and M. So we have 3 shades of green. And looks like this, not sure which of these greens I have. Some of these you have to bring over pieces, leftover pieces from other blocks, and some of them I kind of skipped over and didn't realize it, but I didn't cut it in the first place. So let's see what colors these are. So M is dark green, like the hunter green. So I'm going to go back to my little thing. M, so that is the dark green. Good to know. All right, M, and then L is the medium green. It's called parsley. Let's see if we have it. L, okay. So here's our L, so we're good. And then the lighter green is J, and J is this one. We're gonna take a strip off of here. When you get the kit from me, this is how you get it. J happens to be the inner border and the number J, the moss color. I ended up with too much fabric, so I have enough to be able to do this with the way my kit came together. Everything is cut up now. Okay, and then it told me to take the leftover of the dark green and put it in with block 12, which is right here and coming up like super fast. The next block. And then we have our sashing. Oh, I'm so excited. turned off, so you missed some of it. I was just piecing. So I've got everything in sets of 2 because we've got our 2 blocks, right? And this is what the top looks like when the row is all sewn together. So I've got those 2 rows laid out right here. We do need all 4 or all 8 of those little white blocks, which we will come back to. And now we just have to lay it out the way it looks right here. And then I'll square up on the bottom. My main things I wanted this to match. So we have this one, the top, followed by this one. I don't think that's right. Maybe it is. And then this one, and this one, this and this. Again, I'm just worried about my seams. And then when we're done with building these 4 blocks, we're going to put these on all 4 corners, and that's what gives it a round shape. So, and then that goes on top. Just like that. Let's do it. So tells you what to square this up to. So these are both squared up. And now we're going to put these across the bottom of all 4 sides, and then sew this across the top. Acorn, oh, I call it an acorn this whole time, is the apple block. That's funny. Acorn is the next block, sorry. But my apple block is done. And it doesn't seem to matter how precise I try to cut. And so I'm always off a little bit. And I did my best. And honestly, I'm not going to unpick it because I can live with this. But as you can see, it's not quite right. Now I'm not worried about this because I will ease that in the seam, but the blocks themselves are trimmed to the size they need to be. And this is our apple block. This is block 11. So there's one more block and then we'll be doing the sashing.